Hello, welcome to the IT show. Let's roll the intro. The reason why we are here and we are gathered here to record the podcast, and what I just did to Vedran is that I saw him for maybe 10 seconds and just started the recording.
More like 2 seconds.
Yes, and what actually happened is that my computer is working from the start. Everything was fine. Everything was okay, not that fine, but everything was fine-ish enough that we are able to record from the start. And the thing is that we are also recording in the middle of the day, not that tired in the evening. So it's not even noon.
But you are still going to have to lower your volume a little bit because you are distorting it.
Okay, am I better now?
Yes, you are.
And now the thing is that you always advised that I have a low volume, so I was trying to preempt all the problems at the start.
Well done, you. We
I
should
miserably
definitely.
failed.
Yeah, we should. No. We should start doing the podcast recording like in the middle of the day.
And this is one idea. The other idea is to try to do it first thing in the morning,
No,
before the coffee.
no, I
Rem-
refuse.
And remember that I have a kid that wakes up every day at 6:45. So
I don't care when he wakes up.
Mhm.
Is it 6, 7, or 8? No.
Yes. Anyways, you proposed that we are going to do something about the death of privacy,
Correct.
and I think that we are way past this thing. I think that privacy was dead for last, I don't know, 5 years or so, at least. And I still remember those days when we thought that there is no way for the big companies to spy on us individually because it is going to require too much power to connect all the data together.
Yeah, that's not the case anymore.
That's not been the case for the last 5 years.
Maybe even more.
So, what do you think about privacy now?
I think that we keep pretending that privacy exists because admitting the truth is very uncomfortable.
I think that you are partially right, but I think that privacy also exists. But it now exists in a completely different realm. First, there are multiple privacies, and so there is a social media privacy. So people, when they're posting on social media, they think that they are going to be private if they don't show where they're posting from, or
Correct.
they're going to be private if they don't show their address on. Then there is a regular privacy that you usually use in your regular communication with your friends. So you are more or less private as you can be. You're not going to share your private details, but you're going to be giving them a lot of information about you. But as a complete set of privacy things, no, no, not even close.
Who killed it?
People.
How?
The only way to kill your privacy is to just publish everything about you in different chats, and then there is going to be some nice people in big corporations that are going to be aggregating all the data for you.
You think it's that simple?
Yes, you cannot collect data if the data does not exist. And if you are providing the data to different models, if you're providing data to ChatGPT, to Gemini, to Google Mail, to WhatsApp, all of them are now basically bots. And the nice thing that EU did was that it created GDPR laws, and
Hmm.
it could try to contain this. And I think that the most important part of the GDPR is the right to stop the data mining and data gathering, but not in a way that it stops the data gathering process. It stops the data processing process.
Okay.
Because the thing that is most important when it comes to GDPR is that it should be stopping the corporations from processing your data and correlating it with other data that they have.
You know
We all
what I
know that.
think? What I think happened over a period of multiple years, maybe hidden a little bit between or beneath the regular topics that we discuss on privacy. I think that people uh, came off from a long period of fearing governments and then moved on to fearing them even more for a variety of reasons, but ignored corporations, which grew incredibly big and have vested interest in knowing everything about you as much as possible.
Yes, and also what has happened is that you are inadvertently sharing a lot more about you because you simply need to. Uh,
Okay.
People are right now using browsers that are getting data about them. People right now are using applications like WhatsApp that are gathering data about them. That's nothing. There is nothing hidden there.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you are using tools that are already insecure to share the data that you otherwise wouldn't be sharing with other people. So, for example, I don't know. I had a medical scare, you know that, and I sent you a short image of something. This is what you actually saw, but all the other people or other bots in the WhatsApp world also saw. So they actually know what is happening. I'm fine, by the way, but so we don't care about this thing. But the thing is that it's not me oversharing the data. It's me using the easiest possible solution to tell you something, but while at the same time giving my data more or less free away.
Yeah, I would actually connect that to a wider topic related to what used to be called surveillance. Uh, Today, surveillance is done in much different way than what it used to be in many, many moons ago. It used to be quite, um, I don't know, it was something that wasn't used as much. It was used less, definitely. Nowadays, we kind of treat it as a almost as a service that's wrapped in UX polish. Your phone constantly listens to your words when you wake up and whatnot. Your watch tracks your biometrics, basically what you insinuated a minute ago. Car companies log your movement. Even I've heard many different stories about car insurers tracking your movements as well. And surveillance has become something more of an ambient noise, not something that's uh, be, surveillance in the past used to be much more for various types of oppressive situations. Nowadays, you turn around on the street, you see 15 cameras around you, and that's treated as normal.
But the thing is also that previously, or many months ago, as you say, surveillance used to be a thing that where you had to make people give you the information.
Hmm.
Then we transitioned into the you are going to ask people to give you information, and now we are in a world where you just need to wait because people are going to give you information anyway.
Yeah,
So you don't need to do any sort of surveillance as an active measure. You just need to passively listen and connect the dots. And the dots are coming in quite fast. And if you remember the 90s, if you remember all those different stories about mass surveillance being done on radios, mass surveillance being done on mobile phones, and so on and so on, the governments gathering all the data. Uh, Yes, but now everybody gathers the data. And I think that the best thing that can be done, and the worst thing that can be done, is to ask the governments to say, okay, but how much data are you gathering every day? People would be scared.
I did many tests, and we had a chat about this over the years. I had many situations in which I deliberately started talking some nonsense words to my mobile phone while it is, you know, locked.
Yes?
Stuff like, dishwasher machine, whatever. Random words that I don't use every day in every single sentence. And then monitoring for the effects of it, which will become quite apparent very soon, because in a matter of, I don't know, let's give it a number, 10 minutes. If I log into Facebook on my phone or some kind of a service like that, I'm going to get at least one ad related to the washing machines.
Which is fine. I'm always interested in learning about new things, like motor
That's not the topic that we're
cultivators.
discussing right
No, no,
now.
but motor cultivators, washing machines,
Yes.
heavy equipment, industrial acids, and so on.
Yeah,
And
your
this is
favorite
me.
topic.
No, but this is me trying to find out a completely random thing and just making a point of seeing what is going to happen, not only in my search, because the privacy thing is not just you. It's not only my search history. It's not only my ads that are going to be given, but also the ads that are going to be connected to this particular podcast.
Hmm.
Because this episode is now suddenly filled with words that are interesting to advertisers.
Oh, really?
Industrial acids. There is not a lot of people who are there are not a lot of people who are talking about industrial acids anymore. So I don't know, zinc plating, machining. We need to go even more into details because maybe we are going to just attract advertisers this way.
You think?
Yes, because people are going to be battling for this podcast to just to get their industrial acid advertising in.
I have a couple of ideas. Let's add some terms. Cached humanity.
No, no,
Data
no,
with
no, no.
feelings. Wait, wait, wait. I got a couple of them. Behavioral exhaust. Passive oversharing. Plastic transparency.
Passive
Ghosts in the
oversharing is
metadata. Invisible witness.
so.
Ambient extraction.
I think that as I see that you have been taken over by the AI, but the thing is
No, no, no,
that
no.
passive oversharing is actually a thing,
Yeah.
and but there is no way to passively overshare. And this is the problem with people. When you get people to open up about something, they are not going to be passive, not even a slightest bit. They're going to be as actively oversharing as humanly possible. And this is what all the corporations are looking for. Because the open AI is careful not to stop you from having conversations with their chatbots. They're
Hmm.
always asking additional questions on the end because they are trying to make you overshare. They require data, they require human interaction. And this is one of those things where people are completely misunderstanding what is happening in the AI training world. Because it used to be that people considered the AI as a machine that is being trained on whatever is on the internet. So if the AI loses, I don't know, Stack Overflow, it is not
Hmm.
going to be able to train itself anymore.
Hmm.
But AI does not require training from the internet anymore. It has you. You are going to be providing the training data always. So they just need to engage you in a conversation, and this data is going to be even better because AI can ask questions.
Hmm. You kind of prove my point by saying that because I'm going to act as an AI bot and ask you questions.
Please do.
So
Let's call
please,
you Eliza.
please, yeah. So please explain to us why you are oversharing the data with your all of your AIs that you use on a daily basis, and you use quite a few of them.
I must say that I'm pretty um, apprehensive about how do I share the data with the AIs. Because
Oh, really?
so for example, as I said, I had a medical thing a couple of days ago, and I got some papers from it, and I was trying to find out what those paper actually means. Because
Hmm.
the way the doctors work, it's not only here but almost in every part of the world where they don't have the time and they don't care for the patients anymore, is that they compress the diagnosis into a couple of short sentences and that's it.
Okay.
And actually a lot can be understood from this diagnosis, but not by me because I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
And AI is actually incredibly good in trying in interpreting the diagnosis, especially if you're using three different models and you just paste in the diagnosis part with all the shorthand information.
Okay.
And actually all the three models that I was using, I fed with my medical data, but I specifically made sure that it was only the sentences for the diagnosis. I didn't say that this was for me. Okay, it
Hmm.
can be inferred because why would I
You're
ask for
asking,
anybody
yeah.
else? Yes, but at least I didn't give it the actual information about me. I didn't give it the entirety of the context. I just said, I just want this thing interpreted. So I'm trying to make an effort to not overshare. But the problem is that those things are so incredibly useful when it comes to stuff like this. And so it's hard to not overshare because you have a feeling that you are going to get a much better result than you would expect from a human being. And then you are inclined to just say, okay, I'm going to feed it more data to get a more accurate result.
Okay. There's another reason why all of this happened.
Yes?
Especially nowadays, I think it's quite obvious the way in which the world works is that anonymity basically is being treated as a negative thing, as almost a threat or something, instead of being a safeguard. Especially in the world of AI of the past couple of years, and then even before that, uh, you can trace that to the 2000s and 2010s easily. And oftentimes, people who um, I don't know, who are protected by a variety of different anonymity-based acts, laws, or whatever, are oftentimes nowadays being portrayed as something of a negative, let's say, influence on the society. You know, the dissidents, the ordinary people exploring sensitive topics. I don't know, even whistleblowers. We had quite a few cases, especially in Croatia, in that regard. You know, in the past 20-ish years.
No, the thing is that people are actually falling behind the curve of understanding what does it mean to share.
Okay.
The thing is that one could make an argument that uh, the thing is uh, the government right now, or the central government, as you might call it, so the specialized services, might be capable of surveilling you. But it's
Okay.
amazing how incredibly behind the curve of actually collecting data, for example, police is, at
Yeah.
least here,
Yeah.
because the police, the bureaucracies. I don't mean the police, the policemen on the ground in the city streets. But for example, when you're asking something from your local police station, you want to report something. It's inevitably going to be a piece of paper. It is inevitably going to involve a couple of people writing things down using a marker pen, and then it's going to be transcribed using another piece of paper into a computer terminal and in a shorthand.
Hmm.
And so collecting data in one perspective, from the company's perspective and the perspective of specialized government agencies, is incredibly technologically advanced. But at the same time, the bureaucracy itself is incredibly bad in collecting data, and it's getting worse. I just got a email
Hmm.
about one of my certificates expiring
Okay.
for the Certilia service.
Hmm.
The Certilia service. And
Yes.
amazingly enough, it pointed me to a video that was supposed to explain how to renew the certificate, and it doesn't work. The video doesn't mention the renewal of the certificate. The certificate said itself doesn't have the button to reissue the certificate. And now I'm waiting for the help desk to help me how to reissue the certificate. And this is the process that is going to require me a couple of hours to sort out, while at the same time we are supposedly being surveyed. But who is surveilling us right now? Because the only people who are actually interested and capable of working with this amount of data are the uh, commercial companies.
Hmm.
And this is the reason why I said that I think that the AI war has been solved, and I think that ChatGPT actually lost, because the Google has the data, and also they managed to create a superior model right now. I don't see what could change that would make OpenAI be able to actually make money out of this, while Google is still is making money, so they're profitable, and they have an LLM, and they have a lot of different sources of data that can be cross-referenced. So I think that they are going to be even more evil than they are right now, because they are able to gather the data not only through the chat, but they are adding the chat capability of gathering data into the set that they already have.
Okay. You mentioned the word regulation, governments, laws, whatnot, those topics heavily, and you mentioned the GDPR. There is I think, a big problem with GDPR as it stands right now, which is that it was born in the pre-AI era.
Yes,
Hence,
it was amazingly detailed for something that was trying to anticipate everything in the future, but AI itself is not that well regulated.
Yeah. So the problem is that this was pre-platform, pre-AI, which means that realistically speaking, we should do some kind of a heavy revision to that. Not that it will matter all that much because with the permeation of AI technologies and they're crawling off everything and collecting data from websites and not solving the intellectual property problems with that and whatnot. Everything is fair use, which it's not. All of the stuff that were in the hyperspace in the past year or so. The regulation is supposed to be there to kind of reassure the public that the privacy or whatever it is handled. In this case, that war has been lost at least 1 year ago.
But the thing is also the inability of enforcement, because what is happening is that you can pull off data collection, let's say data collection spree in a couple of days, and then completely fade away from the mainstream.
Hmm.
And the companies in doing this, they're creating companies or entities that collect data and then disappear.
Hmm.
And it's extremely hard to enforce GDPR on a company that exists for a couple of weeks, or
Hmm.
not even a company, something. An entity that has a couple of servers, collects some data, gets it off the internet, and that's it. And then
Hmm.
includes it in some other data set that you are not aware of. Uh, because GDPR heavily depends on things being not only implemented, but also reported by people.
Hmm.
And if people are unaware that they are being surveilled or that the data about them is being collected by an entity, have no time to report the entity in time so the GDPR actually makes any sense.
Yep. One other thing, as a result of all of this, and this kind of ties into the topic that we covered last week, privacy is now more treated as an individual problem instead of a collective one.
Yes, and also it is treated as a problem
Hmm.
because everybody tells you if you want your privacy, you cannot have a certain service. And
Okay.
it used to be that you are getting the services, but you can keep your privacy. Now you cannot get the services unless you give up your privacy. It is being treated as a stumbling stone on your way to a service. So if you don't want, for example, let's talk about clouds. I'm not going to name any names, but you'll know who I'm thinking about. It used to be that you could open a free account on the cloud to just test the services out. Now you almost exclusively need to have a credit card.
Hmm.
The credit card has to work. It has to have a name. It cannot be an anonymous credit card anymore.
Hmm.
Okay, I know the reason was that people were misusing the service.
Hmm.
But the thing is that there is no way for you to have your privacy if you are required to have a credit card on you to access a service. I know that a cloud service is not something that should be, and should be entitled to. You can use it whenever you want. But the thing is that this happens with all the other services. And this happens through a combination of people misusing the anonymous services and also the companies understanding that why shouldn't we just ask people to provide all the data about them and then people happily provide.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, has privacy become something of a luxury good? Only for the wealthy, only for the technically skilled, only for the people who can pay for services, for private hardware, for legal protections, for whatever. What do you think?
But it's already being commoditized. For example, there is a delete me thing where you can actually pay people to get your data out of the cloud or out of the internet. But the thing is that I would say that it was being treated as a commercial good if the people actually understood that it is a thing. Because I think that right now we are in the middle of people realizing that privacy actually exists as an entity. It used to be taken for granted. It used to be that if you didn't tell people who you are, they didn't knew who you are. Right now, they are able to extract the data about you and find out who you are. For example, I saw there was a worried post on one of the forums that I was following about a guy who went to China,
Okay.
and he went with his girlfriend, and he was basically staying there touristically, and he went to a hotel, whatever. And a couple of days after they arrived, police came knocking in, and they said that they want to know where his girlfriend is. The reason being that she said that she is going to be going to a hotel with him, but she didn't check in, and the system flagged it as if she just entered the country and then didn't check in into any hotel. But they knew which hotel it was because they were following the face recognition system, and the system told them where he was staying at.
Hmm.
Now, the thing is that you could also explain this by not by a face recognition system, by a simple entry on the reception desk, because when you check into a hotel, you are usually checking in using your name. So this can be searched through using any way or form. It doesn't need to be a sophisticated face ID. You just provide your face ID and your first and last name. But the thing is that people are slowly realizing that your information is being used to track you, and people are realizing that your information is being used to, let's say, violate your rights.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, they don't perceive that the entities that are commercial are not going to say that they are surveilling you. Instead, they're going to say that they are helping you. It's because
Hmm.
of your safety. It's because of your convenience. We want to know who you are, what you are, when do you wake up, and so on, so your dishwasher can work. I actually installed my dishwasher, and when I was trying to install it, it required me to log in,
Don't
and
tell me
then
you went through the Jeff Geerling story.
I don't know what his story is, but I
Same
needed to
one.
log
He
in.
needed to
No, no, no.
connect to connect the dishwasher to the internet so that he can get access to some programs
Yes,
for
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes,
dishwasher.
yes.
So
So
exactly that.
basically
Excellent.
this happened to me probably a year ago, but I didn't talk about it a lot. Uh, So what happens is that when you buy a dishwasher nowadays, you get, I don't know, three programs for the washing dishes. And then if you want to have additional programs, and by additional I mean programs that you actually care about, for example, a quick one,
Hmm.
because you don't want your dishes to be washed for 3 hours. So if you require a quick one, you need to log in and then download the programs into the dishwasher.
Hmm.
And I see exactly negative reasons why the program shouldn't be in the dishwasher right now. But the thing is that you cannot apply for, you cannot go and buy a dishwasher that is going to be even saying that it includes all the programs in it. Because can you actually understand how insanely uh, stupid it is that we are going to be requiring the notification of dishwasher now includes all the programs in the package? I'm going to. I'm still. I'm looking forward to marketing blurb on the dishwasher. Can be used anonymously.
You know what I'm looking forward to? A situation in which you are going to have to go to a store, okay, to buy two batteries, let's say AA or AAA, which you will have to insert into dishwasher so that it can power on an equivalent of a Raspberry Pi, whatever it is, so that you can hook up that Raspberry Pi to the Wi-Fi, so that it can register the machine, so that after registration it turns itself on because it doesn't turn on unless you do that. I'm waiting for the product that's going to have that.
But the problem is the users. I see that this problem is coming in. I know that, but you're not going to be powering a Raspberry Pi. You're going to be powering uh,
Whatever.
whatever is going to be the name.
Yeah.
Your configuration assistant. But
Hmm.
the thing is that users are powering this. The users are the problem because we are giving away our right to actually use the things, and also we are acting extremely stupid when it comes to saying no to things.
Hmm.
People should just write to whatever the dishwasher company is and say, okay, I want my machine to wash dishes. I don't require my machine to be able to speak to me. I don't want to know how long the cycle of washing dishes were. I don't know. I don't want to receive an email when the salt is getting low. I
Hmm.
just want it to wash dishes. I'm
Hmm.
completely fine with a small red blinking LED that is going to tell me you need to replenish the salt in the dishwasher.
Hmm.
And it's not only this. The problem is that the losing of privacy has become a marketing tool.
Yeah.
Uh, I recently bought a microwave oven. The reason was that my old microwave oven was having some problems. By problems, I mean, okay, it had some problems.
Let's stick with
And
that.
no, no, but the thing was that a part of the washing machine lost its zinc plating, so actually lost the plating. And what then happened is that the induction of the currents inside the parts of the microwave actually created the small sparks. So it wasn't unsafe. I know what the mechanism behind this. Everything was fine, but it was annoying to hear crackling noises when you are using the microwave oven. So I decided I'm going to go for a new one because obviously we are going to throw the old one away, or we are going to retire it to another part of the house, and I'm going to be using it sparingly. By
Hmm.
sparingly probably means every couple of months. No, anyway, I bought a new microwave, and the microwave is one of those microwaves that is trying to sell itself as intelligent microwave.
Oh Lord.
And the thing is that what the producers came up with is that they don't want to create a too intelligent microwave because this it is expensive. They don't want to have the Wi-Fi module in it. They don't want to have drivers that are required to connect. They don't want the firmware and so on, so everything else. So what they came up with is that if you want to use the intelligent part of the microwave, you need to use the app on your mobile phone. You scan the QR code to register the microwave with the product site, whatever, and then you put the mobile phone next to a marking on the microwave, push a couple of buttons, and then the microwave beeps out a sequence of codes. Then the phone decodes them and says, "Okay, this is fine," or "This is not fine. This is a problem." So we are creating something that could have been created 40 years ago, because what is using is basically coded messages using beeps, and we are now introducing this as intelligence machines.
Hmm.
People are buying it. People say, okay, now this is an intelligent machine. It is able to tell me if something is wrong.
Hmm. We used to have a couple of, as you mentioned, red lights for that.
Or you could actually just smell if the problem was there.
In certain situations, yes, but then the shit has already hit the fan.
But the thing is that with the microwave, it usually is either it works or it doesn't work. I'm not going to try to repair a microwave that is making crackling noises.
But
I'm not
why?
going to.
That's right up your alley.
Yes, but there is a little bit of high voltage involved, and I draw a line somewhere around 50 volts. So anything above 50 volts is fine if we are talking about the things that I'm used to, but I'm not going to go into a kilovolt or 2 kilovolts in trying to repair it. No way. I don't care. I know what the problem is, but I don't care.
You prefer a couple of volts and couple of milliamperes.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to, as I said, above 50 volts, I'm not going to experiment anymore. I'm
Hmm.
going to try to fix the thing. So, for example, I'm able to fix my lights, but I'm not going to experiment with them. I'm not willing to create a circuit that is going to be a voltage down converter. No,
Hmm.
I don't care. Let me buy one that is going to be certified, and I'm going to be using it.
Of
I
course.
am not scared of the power or the electricity, but I also know that it has its limitations.
No, no, no. It's just another implementation of a I know a guy.
Yes,
Why should you do something when you could buy it already done by somebody who has already done it for many, many years and it's been, as you said, certified and whatnot? Why? Why?
it's called risk management.
Yes, you can call it that way as well. Do you want
I
to
think
add
this
something to
is
our discussion or just want to ramble about the lights?
no, no. The thing is that people are, and I think that rambling about lights is pretty right on the money. People are capable of giving up their privacy because they want a shiny light. If you buy, I don't know,
You just
smart
described
light.
TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn in one half sentence.
Yes, I read there was a paper about how Apple pushes the updates.
Hmm.
And they said that when they wanted to push an update before, as you said, many moons ago, they would say that the update is going to be, I don't know, a security update, sorting out the things, and then they would say problem with this, problem with this, problem with this, and they realized that if the update notes
Okay.
contain the say that they are going to implement new emojis,
Hmm.
the implementation of the update or the uptake of the update becomes a couple of orders of magnitude better
Okay.
because people want new emojis, they don't care about security. So this is the reason why iPhone and Apple products now say implementing new emojis, implementing new images inside this. They don't care about security. They're implementing security features, but they are not advertising it because it's not funny. They don't think that people are going to use it as a reason to update.
Okay.
So if you say, give me all the information about you, and I'm going to give you a smiley face, a lot of people are going to say, yes, fine.
Okay.
Viber stickers.
Viber stickers. Yeah.
Or the friendly bot on the WhatsApp that can be at the same chat as you and provide you with more information about your chat.
Please no. Please
No, but
no.
the thing is that I cannot see any conceivable scenario where I would do this in real life. If I want to have a coffee with you, I wouldn't invite a happy bot to be with us to talk to us
Why not?
because we are not in a utopia that has
Dystopia.
Marvins from the Serious Cybernetics Corporations or the Hitchhiker's Guide.
But let's say that there is a solution to a problem that's actually friendly and kind of cool.
Okay.
The emo robot, the small one. Did you see that one?
Yes, unfortunately, what happened is that my dear son went on a small robot watching spree on the YouTube because he was trying to find out which is the best robot that he can ask me to buy.
Of
So I
course.
went through probably 15 or 20 models of robots that were nice to have and cute and cuddly and small and shiny and everything else. And
Hmm.
even he realized after watching probably 100 videos about robots, all of them
Hmm.
more or less 1 minute long. He said that they don't make any sense because
Hmm.
actually he realized, being at the time the entirety of the 7 years old, uh, that none of the robots actually make any sense other than just shining and that's it.
That's cool, but limited use.
Yes, but I see a huge market that is right now not opened yet for business emo robots.
Okay.
Your
What would they
friendly
do?
your friendly meeting friend.
Oh God.
So you just announce that on the meetings you're going to be inviting plus one, and the plus one is your emo robot
Of
that
course.
actually provides you with support.
No, no, no. Condolence robot or
N-
your personal vibe robot.
Now the thing is that the good cup bad cup idea sold by a robot. So you are always a good cup, and the robot is doing the yelling at people who you don't like.
I can see the use for that.
Yes, as I saw, there is a business case for it.
Imagine you just teach robot a hand signal. Let's say this hand signal means that you like that person, and this hand signal means that you dislike that person. And then it starts randomly attacking people in the office.
Or you just put it there and it just starts randomly attacking people in the office. It's easier. Nobody is that fine when on a meeting or with to be not be attacked at one point in time. But okay,
Enough.
we have strayed from the privacy so much that we probably don't know where to come in. But thinking about it, the exact thing that we are right now joking about, so the business robot, is going to happen.
Yes.
It's already happening. It's called a transcription bot or whatever. It does its transcriptions for all the meetings. And unfortunately, when it does descriptions, it also stores all the data about your meetings and everything that has been said there.
Okay.
So there is a loss of privacy there also. And
Okay.
it's amazing. Do you know? You probably know how much money the companies are investing into corporate security and trying to stop the leakage of information.
No.
Okay, you have no zero idea about this thing.
Yes.
Okay, so this small amount of money that's being invested is then being invested also in smart transcribing robots that are transcribing everything that the company does,
Okay.
and it makes zero sense.
Yeah, that
We
makes
have
it
we
perfect for some of us.
Yes, but the thing is that we have turned privacy into a joke, basically.
Okay. And on that note, we need to jokingly finish.
Yes, okay. So this is going to be an abrupt one. It's the same thing as we started.
Yes.
So fine, this is it. Go home. We are done here.
Yes. Bye.
Okay, bye.